Your nasty, negative, acidic, revolting, caustic, bitter, absurd persona.
What reason I do not know.
All I have to do is shift their perspective to see the full scope of things. But I want to ask this question first. How many in this audience have been bullied at some point of your life? That's an easy question. How many of you have bullied somebody else? Several years ago, I had an extraordinary coincidence. I grew up about 600 miles from here in Trenton, New Jersey, Ewing, New Jersey. And a gal who I went to elementary, junior high, and high school with, she moved down here about the same time that I did. And she contacted me because actually I was speaking at the school when I came out with my book, Youth in Crisis. And we had this, so when she contacted me to get together with her, I was a little reluctant because I didn't know that much about her, really. And I thought, what am I really going to have in common, and what does she really want to talk to me about? But being a little bit of an adventurer, I went and met with her. And it was great. And then she looked at me and said, God, I even get verklempt thinking about this. She said, you know, when we were in school, you bullied me. And gosh, a chill just went through me. I mean, I think of myself as a good person. I want to be a good person. I don't want to hurt people.
In groups, projective identification is a defense mechanism, an unconscious defense mechanism in which a person disassociates from undesirable attributes of themselves and projects those attributes onto others. And scapegoating is the result of excessive, localized projective identification. The group collectively assigns a member to become the depository of the group's negative emotions. So Andrew, to better understand what those terms mean, let's talk about your team. I know you are a great leader, and you push your team to perform to the best of their abilities. You have the best intentions in mind. However, I quickly notice that frustrations and concerns from team members are rarely addressed and quickly dismissed. Now, I understand that you don't want to hear excuses or explanations, but sometimes allowing your team to go through the process of explaining themselves can be a healthy way to alleviate stress and anxiety in these young investment strategists that are constantly under a lot of pressure. Either way, your team will unconsciously attempt to relieve themselves of this anxiety. All 6 members were clearly reluctant to admit their weaknesses and instead pawned them off onto others in an unhealthy way.
How do you tell what's true, what's not? How do you know?
You feel it.
So, in other words, you have to be that which you condemn, or it cannot be there for you to condemn.
Wow.
Shia eventually induced in Leo the aggressive dynamics that Shia believed were going on. And when this occurs in such an overt manner, what the person projecting will do is will disown the aspects of themselves that they view as negative. So Shia will only really remember the end dynamic that occurred, and he'll forget kind of his role in inducing it.